Hello friends, welcome to Padhai Se Dosto YouTube channel. In today's video session, we are going to discuss about a very interesting quiz based on the endogenetic processes, which is a part of physical geography. So let's start our third quiz, which is for all competitive exam. So here is the first question. Try to write your own answer and then cross check the answer with my answer. Okay, so the first question is that which of the following relief feature is not an effect of internal forces of the earth? Okay, so these internal forces are nothing but the endogenetic forces, and we have to read this four option and we have to identify which is not a relief feature, which is effect of internal forces. So very first is Deccan Peninsula, second one is Barren Island, third one is Residual Mountain, and fourth one is Rift Valley. So Deccan Peninsula, all of you know, it is located in the southern part of India. Then Barren Island, the volcanic island located near the Andaman and Nicobar uh, islands in Bay of Bengal. Residual mountains, Arauli is a best example of it, and then Rift Valley, the Narmada's Rift Valley, Africa's Rift Valley. So there are many examples of Rift Valley. So I hope you attempted the question over here. So let's move towards the answer. So the answer for this particular question is the answer C, residual mountains. If you take the residual mountain example, then Aravalli mountain is the example. It is the oldest fold mountain. It is a residual mountains due to the extensive erosion of the exogenetic forces. That's why it is a residual mountain. Initially it was the oldest fold mountain, but right now it is a residual. Residual means it is already withered away and eroded because of different exogenetic processes. So it is not the relief feature made by the internal forces of the earth. So your answer should be answer C. Okay, let's move towards the next question. Which of the following physical feature is the result of endogenetic movement in India? Okay, so Himalayas, Sahyadri, Indian plains, and the Lakshadweep island. So I hope you have attempted the question. Let's move towards the answer. So answer is answer B, Sahyadri. So friend, here answers are two answers. Himalayas also because of the endogenetic movements only, because of tectonic compression of two plates, that is Eurasian plate and Indian plate. There is a formation of Himalaya, and because of the endogenetic lava eruption, there is a formation of Sahyadri. Okay, so here you can see the layer of lava deposition due to volcanic eruption, and there is a formation of this lofty Sahyadri mountains along the western coast of our country. Okay, so remember this thing. Okay, so the answer for this particular question is both Himalayas and as well as Sahyadri. Remember this thing. Okay, the next question is internal movements of the earth cannot be classified based on which of the following parameters? Okay, so there are many internal movements which happened beneath the earth crust. So you have to identify which is not the parameter based on which we can able to classify these movements. So there are four options over here: option A, velocity; option B, density; option C, direction; and option D, landform. So I hope you attempted the question, you have ticked your own answer. Let's move towards the correct answer. So option number B, density, is the right answer, because on the basis of velocity, direction, and landforms, we are classifying the internal movements, not on the basis of density. Remember this thing. On the basis of velocity, we can able to classify internal movements as a slow movements and sudden movements. Slow movements consist of the mountain building process, continent building process. The sudden movements which consist of volcanic eruption, earthquake. Then along direction, okay, on the basis of direction, we can able to classify these internal movements as horizontal movement. Okay, these tectonic movements are the horizontal movements basically. Then we have upward and downward movements. Okay, so the block mountain formation or Rift Valley formation, they comes under this upward and downward movements. Okay, then the third parameter on the basis of which we can able to classify the internal movements is a landform. So landforms may be classified as continent building and mountain building landforms. Okay, so remember this thing. That's why answer is B, that is a density. Then the next question is as which of the following is or are the examples of fold mountains? Okay, the Himalaya, Alps, Black Forest mountain in Europe, and both A and B. So the correct answer over here is both A and B. So it is a fold mountain. It is big. It is formed because of the compression. Here you can able to see one plate is moving, and here it is another plate. So during their compression, there is a upliftment of the landmass and it is known as a compression process. Okay, and because of this compression process there is a formation of fold mountains. There are fold forms like this. Okay, so in case of Himalaya formation there are such a folds occur. Okay, and there are four parallel ranges of Himalayas in India. Okay, so energy is transferred from interior of the earth because of these energy waves and pressure working towards each other and in horizontal direction. The layers of soft rock forms a fold. Okay, if pressure is very high, large scale folds are formed and their complexity increases. As a result, the surface of the earth get uplifted and fold mountains are formed. The Himalayas, Aravalis, Rockies, Andes, Alps are the major fold mountains in the world. So you can able to observe different names of fold mountains in the world. The very big and long fold mountains are Himalayas, located in Indian subcontinent. Then we have Aravalis. They are the oldest fold mountain. Remember this thing. Then we have Rockies, which lies in the North America continent. Andes in South America continent. Then we have Alps in Europe. Okay. So in this way, we have different fold mountains throughout the world. Okay. Then the next question is that which of the following river flows from Rift Valley? So we have already discussed how Rift Valley forms and what is Rift Valley exactly in our endogenetic processes video sessions. Okay, so do study this video session and then attempt this question. Okay, the first option is Narmada, then Godavari, Ganga and Yellow River. So the first three rivers are Indian river. Yellow River, it is in China. Okay, so I hope you mark the answer. Let's move towards the answer. The answer is Narmada. It forms a very famous valley. Okay, this is a Narmada's Rift Valley. It is located at the border of Madhya Pradesh and Gujarat, some part of Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra also. So remember, this is a very famous Rift Valley of Narmada. It has a very steep edges over here. You can see the rocky portion, and it is a very deep valley it forms, and it is a very beautiful to watch this valley scene. Okay, so if you get opportunity, do watch this Rift Valley. Okay, here is the figure of Rift Valley, how it forms. Okay, here you can see this is a rift, this is a fault line. Okay, so Narmada is the right answer for this question. The next question is that which of the following are the causes of earthquake? So the first one is that moving and colliding tectonic plates. Yes, it is a cause of earthquake. Then plates sliding one below the other, again it is the right answer. And occurring of volcanic eruption, definitely because of eruption there is a vibration in earth crust, and because of which there is a high chances to occurrence of earthquake. Okay, so that's why all of the above is a correct answer for this particular question. Here you can see the causes of earthquake. I have listed the causes of earthquake over here. So moving of plates, that is the plates means what? Tectonic plates. Okay, colliding of the tectonic plates, then plates sliding one below another. Okay, forming of fracture in a rock layer due to tension in interior of the earth, this is again a reason for earthquake. And occurring of volcanic eruption, it is a major cause of earthquake. So here you can see the destruction caused because of earthquake. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. The next question is that which of the following terminology is not related with earthquake? So if you have studied the earthquakes process, how it occurs, okay, what are the different terminologies related to earthquake process, then you can able to easily attempt this question. So the first option is focus, then surface waves, then sinusoidal waves, and then epicenter. This is misprint over here. The correct answer is this one. The sinusoidal wave is the correct answer. So make the correction over here, it is a misprinted over here. So sinusoidal wave is a correct answer, because here you can see different terminology. This is the earth surface, then we have epicenter. Here it is a focus, the point which is exactly perpendicular to the focus on the surface of the earth is known as epicenter. You can see over here. Okay, then we have primary waves, secondary waves, tertiary waves, also known as surface waves. Okay, so the correct answer is here option number C. Let's move ahead. Which of the following seismic waves pass through all solid, liquid and gaseous medium of transport? So you know that the interior of the earth, it is made up of the solid, liquid and gaseous part. Okay, not exactly a gaseous part, but there are some voids beneath the earth crust and they are filled with different gases. Okay, so that's why we are saying that there are three phases of medium of transport. If any seismic waves occurrence takes place beneath the earth crust. Okay, so here first option is primary waves, second option secondary waves or the S waves, third one surface waves or L waves. Okay, and fourth option is all of the above. The correct answer is primary waves, because these primary waves have capacity to travel from all solid, liquid and gaseous medium, as you can read over here. These are the first one to reach the surface of the earth after the energy is emitted in the earth interior. Okay, जब भी earth के interior में energy emit होती है तो सबसे पहले surface पे जो भी waves आती है उसे हम primary waves बोलते हैं. They travel at a very fast speed from focus of the earthquake in radial direction. Subjected to P waves, particles in the rock move in direction of waves to and fro. आगे पीछे मूव करते हुए ये पार्टिकल्स जो होते हैं इस वेव के वो मूव करते हैं. ओके, बिकॉज ऑफ दिस वेव्स जो भी अर्थ के इंटीरियर में पार्टिकल्स है वो मूव करते हैं. द वेव मूव टू एंड फ्रो, देयरफॉर these waves are also called as forward backward waves. Remember, this is another name for primary waves, that is a forward backward waves. These waves can travel through all three mediums or all three states of matter, that is a liquid, solid and gaseous. Okay, but while traveling through liquid medium their direction get changes. It is because of the primary waves that the building on the earth surface move back and forth. Okay, उसका जो डायरेक्शन है वो सॉलिड से जब लिक्विड फेज में वो एंटर करती है तब थोड़ा सा चेंज हो जाता है, और उसकी वजह से जो भी बिल्डिंग्स अर्थ सरफेस के ऊपर होती है वो बैक एंड फोर्थ मूव करती है. जब भी अर्थक्वेक आता है तब वो थोड़ी सी बैक एंड फोर्थ मूव करती है. सो रिमेंबर ऑल दिस फैक्ट. Okay, then we have the second last question. On the basis of types of eruption, volcanoes can be divided into how many types? So whatever lava comes out from the earth crust. Okay, so based on the eruption of that lava, how many we can classify volcanoes into how many types? So that's the question over here. So here are four options. You have to choose the correct one. So I hope you have attempted the question. Let's move towards the answer. So answer B is the right answer. Based on the eruption of lava, volcanoes are classified into two types. One is the central type of volcano or conical volcano. Second one is a fissure type of volcano. Here from this figure you can clearly identify that the how it is a conical volcano erupts. Okay, so it is nothing but cone like structure. It is a very viscous fluid and it is a very low viscous fluid, and that's why it spread very long distance and it forms a plateau. Okay, in case of fissure type of volcano, but in case of central type or conical type of volcano there is a volcanic mountain formation taking place over here. Okay, so this is a difference between the two type of fissure and conical volcano. Remember this thing. The last question is that which of the following is only active volcano in India? Okay, so very interesting question. We have already discussed about this particular type of question in our previous video session when whenever we had covered this endogenetic and volcanism activity. Okay, so the first option is Mount Kilimanjaro, second one Hawaii Island, third one Barren Island, fourth one Andaman Island. Okay, so here correct answer is the Barren Island. Okay, Kilimanjaro, Mount Kilimanjaro located in Africa. Hawaii Island, they are the group island group which belongs to USA. Then Barren Island, it is just eastward towards the Andaman Nicobar Island group and it is an active volcano in our country. And Andaman Island is an Indian island but it is not volcano. Okay, Barren Island have volcano on it. So our answer is answer C, Barren Island. Here you can see the Barren Island and here you can read the description about it. Okay, so I hope guys you have enjoyed the session, you have enjoyed the quiz. If you enjoyed the quiz, do give thumbs up to this session, share with your friend and don't forget to subscribe this YouTube channel so you will get the notification of upcoming video session on time. So thank you for your attention. Have a great day. Thank you.